Ho, 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 ho. What is happening, everybody? Good morning, good afternoon, happy holidays, Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Happy Kwanzaa, Happy Festivus.
Ho, ho, ho. What is happening?
And the rest. What's going on? All right, let's talk. What do you do when you can't scan? Now, there could be a couple reasons you can't scan. The most obvious one, the easily most fixable one, is you don't have a smartphone. Now, I've been teaching classes around the country, and there's been a couple people that don't have smartphones. I've had a flip phone. I've had a slide phone. Like, if you're going to do this job, you definitely need a smartphone, because I don't care how much knowledge you have in your head, and I have a ton in this giant head. But if you have a tool like a smartphone, use it. It educates, it gives you a way to make an educated decision without having to really put any thought into it. It's much quicker. But sometimes, and the other reason why we might not be able to scan is if there is no reception in the store. So I was at a record store in the Bay Area that was in the lower level of a mall, and no reception. I was there a year ago, had no reception, still has no reception. So I had to base all my decisions on my brain and my spidey sense, just my instinct. So this is the video and how I did. Now, we're going to break this down into 3 categories. If I more than double my money, you will hear this. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
You sure?
I know we were doing a preview of this.
Are you sure you're ready?
I'm ready.
Let's try this again. Now, if I more than double my money, you will hear this. If I break even or only make a couple bucks, you'll hear this. And if I sucked and it's worth less than I paid, you'll hear this. All right, so let's break the hermetic seal.
And we have no idea, right?
Now, look, I really wanted to look these up, but when I had this idea to do it live in front of people, I'm like, nope, I ain't gonna look it up. I am going to just do it. And wherever the chips fall, the chips fall. So let me pull all these out. Oddly enough, I'm missing one. Oh, maybe not. Nope. Nope, there it is. Okay. All right, so here's my stack. Get that out of the way. It's these 2 right here. That's my stack. And now we're going to start scanning. So I'll pop this screen on. Bring my mic back down here. And let's see how we did. All right. There's actually a few offensive ones, so I'll start. I'll not start with those. I'll start with, yeah, they have a heck of a way to jump off. Like, look at this naked ass. Okay. So the first one is Halloween Hits. It's a Rhino compilation. I personally know it's out of print, but I did pay $10. So let's see how I did. And although it's a different cover, that's odd. Oh, there's the right cover. All right. So the cheapest like new is $24, and I spent $10. All right. I'm off to a good start. And I haven't planned the order of these. Like I said, I just skipped 2 that were a little on the offensive side, so we'll wait for that. Now, this one I know is a winner because I just sold it. And did I sell this on Amazon or eBay? So there is no barcode, so I'm gonna have to type it up. So this is the Perfect Christmas Holiday Music 2005. The Perfect Christmas. Spelling counts when you're looking up stuff on Amazon. Holiday Music. All right, so before you give me sound effects,
I wouldn't dream of it.
This shows $4.50, which isn't all that exciting. But like I said, I think I sold this on eBay. Perfect Christmas Holiday Music 2005 CD. And solds. Yep, $12, $8, $8, $10. But I only paid 50 cents.
That's
There we go.
so fast in my head.
All right.
Mhm.
All right. The next one is My Little Pony Friendship is Magic. It's a pony kind of Christmas. And I've never seen a My Little Pony Christmas. So I this one's talk about just a total stab in the dark. Do people care about My Little Pony? I have no idea. So scan it. Well, it's new from $5.89. I spent $2, so that gives us a I'll make my money back or a buck or two. So not a loss yet. So all right. So far, so good. All right. So this was the kind of like I don't know. This is the soundtrack to the movie Singles, but as you can see, it's a special size. It's not normal. And it's got 2 CDs in here. Now, if you remember the movie Singles, the band in it, lead singer was
Matt Damon.
Matt Damon.
Matt Dillon.
Matt Dillon, yes. And the band was called Citizen Dick.
Oh yeah.
So the second CD is a lot of the Citizen Dick songs. So I did pay $10, but I thought it was a rare version of this. So let's see how I did. All right, here we go. Well, I paid $10, and it looks like I'm going to sell it for. Now it says 1922 like new, but if we look at the news, it's $12.35, so that means I got to go under it. So I spend $10. I'm going to probably sell it for $10. So after fees, yep. All right, next one is Victimone. It's 2 Victimone CDs, albums on 1 CD. I always look for those. That doesn't necessarily mean they're going to be winners, but sometimes they make these 2-on-1s and then they go out of print and then they're worth a lot of money. So I paid $1.95, and the cheapest like new is $10.50. Very good. All right, next one. Now these I'll wait till yeah. So I've never seen these, and I wasn't sure, but of course I'm a gambling kind of man. So anyone know who Reggie Watts is? Anyone? Bueller?
Your character Eddie Murphy played.
No, it's not a character Eddie Murphy played. We watch him nightly on TV. He's the band leader for
for James Corden.
For James Corden, right?
Reggie.
So this is his comedy albums from 2002 and 2010. I don't know if they're in print, out of print, but the fact that he's on TV every night, I thought I'd give it a gamble. I paid $4 for each of them.
However, I am nervous because he's not funny.
All right, so I paid $4, and this one, like new, $3.67. And this one, like new, is oh well, that one says $13.66, but what is it selling for new for? Yeah, I'll probably sell it for $10. So what I'll probably do is I'll put these together on eBay. So someone who's a Reggie fan will enjoy it. All right, so this one I had to get because I've never seen it before. This is the original soundtrack to Slaughter's Big Ripoff. And based on the cover, I don't know if he's in the movie or not, or just want to pretend he's in the movie, but it's a James Brown CD. And so James Brown has a machine gun shooting gold records. So that, weird shit always intrigues me. So let's see. I paid $6. I'm liking it already. And the cheapest like new is $30. Yes! So as you can see, I'm like, okay, I ain't never seen this James Brown soundtrack. He's got a machine gun on the cover. That's what I'm talking about.
You're not keeping that.
No.
Good, bad.
They all got to get listed anyway. So, All right, next one is The Four Freshmen. Again, it's one of those where it's 2 albums on 1 CD. And I paid $6. Ooh, not looking promising. And the cheapest like new is $8. So I did not lose money.
I have a hard time hitting the cash register button on this, but I will.
All right. All right, this one is behind Bridget Bardot, and the cover is just a picture of her ass.
Have her behind.
Yeah, so I like that. And that's kind of why I bought it. So I don't know. I was shopping emotionally, which I tell you not to do.
What'd you pay?
I paid $6, and it looks like I overpaid. All right, so there's one very good for $3.49, and there's one new for $10. So I'll try and sell like new for around $7, and I paid $6. And I paid $6. All right, next one, Easy Tempo Volume 1. These are in the lounge section, you know, kind of like tiki type music. If you're not playing actual tiki music, you'd play lounge music. These usually these have been out of print for a while, and they usually command decent money. So it was one of those where I'm like, I'm not so concerned. So let's see how it did. So this is Easy Tempo Volume 1. I paid $6, and the cheapest like new is $33. All right, next up, I got Conan the Barbarian. And this and Conan the Destroyer, some of the soundtracks are worth money, some aren't. There's multiple versions of them. They're out of print, they're not out of print. So, you know, I wasn't sure where we're at with the in-print, out-of-print with the Conan movie soundtracks. So I thought I'd give it a whirl. Looking good. Looking good. I have not said what I paid yet. I paid $6, and the cheapest like new is $30. Hey, look, another Easy Tempo one. This one is volume number 3. All right, let's see how I did on that one. I paid $6. Oops. It's a crazy little barcode. Huh. All right, so I'm going to have to type it because the barcode is weird. Easy Tempo, volume 3. All right, so there it is, and I paid $6. The bummer is they have a new one listed for $10. So,
which one? Are you gonna make any money?
Well, if there's a new one listed for $10, I got a list of used ones for $7. But again, I might pop it over to eBay and make money there. All right, I always look for weird soundtracks. I have no idea what this is. Evil Under the Sun, but it's music by Cole Porter. So I know Cole Porter. And it was $1.95. So no real gamble there. Looking really good. Yeah, see, when there's a soundtrack that A, I've never seen the soundtrack, B, I've never even heard of the movie, and it's older, that tells me it's probably going to be a good pickup for $1.95. And the cheapest like new, there is none, but there's an acceptable at $47 and a good at $47. So I think my $2 investment was pretty good on this one. Pretty good. All right. Next up, Television's Greatest Hits. They had a lot of volumes of these, and they kind of go up and down. They're like a stock market. They go up and down in price, and if people care about them. This one's cool because it's got this lenticular cover. That's the official term for cover that does this. Not 3D, it's lenticular. And the cover's still here. So it isn't broken, so that's a good sign. And this is volume 6. So let's see how volume 6 does for me. I paid $4. The cheapest new is $16.95, and the cheapest like new is, there doesn't seem to be any. Come on. $20, but of course, since we have it new for, what'd I say? 16. So I'll probably sell this used in the 17 bucks new. So I'll probably sell this used in the $12 range. So I paid $4. All right. Sandy Shaw. I don't know Sandy Shaw. It says 60s 2-on-1. So it tells me she's from the 1960s. Also includes 4 bonus tracks. Again, it's one of those 2-on-1s. I thought I'd give it a whirl, especially since I don't know Sandy Shaw. She might be a fine singer. She might be alive. She might be dead. I don't know any of these things. But let's see. Okay, go away, Metallica. All right, so I paid $4. And the cheapest like new is, there isn't any. There's a very good for 14 and a good for 14. So I will price it probably around 20 bucks. All right. Beyond the Sea, Frank Checksfield and Limelight. Again, it's a 2-on-1, and it says it right there. It's nice and easy. But usually you see both covers on the front. The way they did this one was one on the front, one on the back. So I paid $4, and it is selling for, ooh, looking good. Get your finger ready. So I paid $4, and the cheapest like new is $36.66. 666. That's a good one. All right. Now, we talked about this in the webinar. Not every Chipmunk CD is worth money. Some are worth crazy money. Some are worth no money. I couldn't remember if the Beatles one was in print or out of print, but there's so many that are out of print that are worth crazy money. I will gamble $4 because if it's in print, I'll probably still be able to get my money back. But let's find out. Ooh, looking real good. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. All right, so I paid $4, and the cheapest like new is $36. Oh, yeah. All right, this is the soundtrack to Phantom of the Paradise. Yeah, don't know the movie. Anyone watching know the movie? I don't know that movie. I paid $4. And, oh, this one's not looking as exciting. Yeah, they're selling it new for $5.88, so I'll be losing money. All right, let's throw one of these little questionable covers in here. This is Shake Sauvage French soundtracks from 68 to 73. It's got a picture of a booby on it. So, you know, nudity always sells. French imports, nudity, all those things. Now, this was $10, but I'm like, all right, a boob, and it's a French import. Let's see what it does. Yes, I'm entertaining you.
Yeah.
All right, so it's new from 65. So let's see what the like news are.
What'd you pay?
I paid $10. So the cheapest like new is $40. So French boobs equals money. All right, another 2-on-1, a little more modern. Usually the 2-on-1s are from artists from like the 50s and 60s because albums, actual vinyl records, held a lot less space than a CD. So you could take 2 of their classic albums and put it on one CD. This is a little more modern. It's the soundtrack to Fargo and Barton Fink, put out by TVT Records. So I wasn't sure if this is one of those that's gonna be really good or I'm just gonna break even. But I only paid $2. So again, there was no real gamble at $2. So I'm hoping for this was an awesome rare version of these 2 soundtracks on one CD. But apparently it's common and in print because if you see that it's offered on Prime, that usually means it's in print. Doesn't always, but it could be. All right, but I paid $2 and like new $8. So still profit. Both is fine. All right, so if you've been following my teachings, I talk about, especially in the classroom class, I talk about Rusty Warren. She was a bawdy singer back in the day, and she sold tons of records. You find her records everywhere. Well, her records aren't worth anything, but I've only found her on CD twice. So the first one I sold for like $60, and this is the second time I've ever found her on CD. It is new. It was $2. It does have a promo hole drilled in the UPC though. So let's see if this is along the same lines as the last Rusty Warren I had. The promo hole is so cut I can't scan it, so I got to type it. 0522824 228429. All right, so it looks like it is in print. So this is not one of them $60 ones. And new from 982. I paid $2. I'll probably sell it for like $6 or $7. So that's our middle one. All right. All right. This was my, this might be amazing or awful. It's called Dream Come Go Down. And it's old porn on the cover. So, but it's on the label Kill Rock Stars. And I know that label. It's a really cool indie label. That's the label right there, Kill Rock Stars. And the little star there. And so, all right, they use some old porn picture and it's on a label I recognize. So let's give it a whirl. And I paid $6. And we'll do all right. The cheapest like new, $13. I'll double my money. Yeah, what's funny is, so what the picture I showed you is the after. This is the before. So this passed for salacious porn back in the day. All right, the next few are here. Whoops. Lot of, if you don't know what blaxploitation is, that was 70s films that were all like total black casts, but very stereotypical pimps and hoes and hustlers. And shoot, what's the big actress's name?
Oh, Jackie.
She played Coffee Brown.
Is it Jackie something?
Crap. Anyone in the chat know? I can't think of her name all of a sudden. She was also in a Quentin Tarantino movie. She was the main actress in all these movies. But this is bad ass cinema. So the sounds of blaxploitation, music inspired by. And so this is one of those where it's either, because some of these soundtracks are worth a lot of money because they weren't in print for real long. And so it's going to be that or cheap. Oop, not looking good. So I paid $4. And it looks like I'm going to be able to sell it for around... Well, see, the cheapest like new is $18.27. They're selling new for $9.69. So I paid $4. I'm going to probably sell for about $6. All right. So next up, soundtrack to a movie. I have no idea. I don't speak French.
Pam Grier.
Pam Grier. Thank you. Les Parapluies de Cherbourg. So
Parapluie de Cherbourg.
That's pretty close.
Parapluie, I think, is umbrella.
So, well, seeing how there's a picture of umbrellas on the cover.
Oh man, I'm good.
Yeah. All right. So, soundtrack to a French movie. I know nothing about. Everything's written in French. It is on a major label, Polygram, and so it is $8. It's a little bit more of a gamble than normal, but again, I've never seen it, so I'm hoping. All right, so there's 3 used, and wah, wah, wah. The cheapest like new is $9.98. Alrighty, this is a classical piece, Offenbach, Gate Parisen. I don't know. Yeah, it's Boston Pop's Arthur Fielder. But what is special about this, if you took the CD webinar, this is a super audio CD, and they priced it like it was a normal CD. So that's what excited me. Super audio CDs always command more than their regular counterparts. And there's a crack in the case, so I can't scan the barcode. But I can type. I'm going to forget. You can always type in the number. Well, this is a bummer. So I paid $2.95, and they're selling it new for $7.19. I got to replace the case. So when all said and done, all right. I know. So the next 5, again, if you took the CD webinar, I went for video game soundtracks and anime soundtracks. Now, none of these have the barcode, so I'm going to scan them on my phone, but then I'll pop them over to my Amazon shopping basket. Then we can look at them. So again, when it comes to these anime things and these video game soundtracks, it's usually really good or not so much. There is not a lot of in between. So I paid $195 for this one. And the problem is it's written fully, not in English. So I'm gonna have to do a little more. Like, I can't even tell you what it's called because I gotta decipher all that. But I paid $2, and there is no like news, and they have it new for $38. So once I figure out exactly what this is called, I'll probably put it up in the $30 range. Thank you. All right, here's my next one. This one is Key the Metal Idol radio program. You know, these things are usually translated, and the translation is usually a little rough. But again, this was only $2.95. And so I don't find a lot of gamble in those, because when you're gambling, if you break even, you lose $1, you make $1. Okay. But if you gamble and you hit that $60, $100, $300 CD, that's why you do the gamble. Because I can pretty much break even on anything I buy. I can definitely sell it even after fees for what I paid and just break even. But I'm hoping for those days when it's like, yes. So I paid $3. They're selling it new for $14. And there's no like news, so I can get $10 for it. All right, so the next one is a game soundtrack with no barcode. So I thought that was odd. So sometimes these soundtracks are promo only. Excuse me a second. So this game is Robotech Battle Cry. I'm so not a gamer, but I liked it that it was no barcode. And I've seen this game before. All right, so there it is. Add it to my cart. All right, so let's go look at that one. Now, there's only one. There's only one for sale, but as I've taught you, if you see this date in parentheses, that's the wrong listing. That's a listing that someone created that isn't accurate. They're asking $8, but let's pop over to eBay and see if anyone has sold this recently. Robotech Battle Cry. Battle Cry CD soundtrack. Yeah, you make sure you put in CD soundtrack, because you just put in Robotech Battle Cry, it'll come up with all the games. All right, so one just sold for $9 with the same cover that I have. And so it looks like we get about $10. I only paid $2. All right, I'll save the big one for the end here. John Zorn is a artist who makes crazy stuff you don't want to ever listen to. It's like, you know, jazz where there's no beat, if I'm not mistaken. Like just honking saxophones, just horrible. So this is John Zorn, Filmworks 1986 and 1990. There is no barcode, so let me again scan it here. And then I'll have one more. I have a box set at the end here. Hello. Okay. All right, Amazon app. You're messing with my video, you Amazon app. You. All right, here we go. John Zorn. All right. Well, the unfortunate thing I can tell right away is it is still in print. And so let's take a look at it here. I did pay $4. It is an older CD, I can tell, but they're selling it new for $12. And no one has any used ones. That's pretty weird and rare that no one has any used ones. So, although they're selling it new for $12, I will try and sell it for $10. I paid $4. So that's a middle of the road one.
It's more than double.
Yeah, barely. All right. I get all of them, huh? All right, and then last but not least is a anime thing. It says it's 2 discs, CD and DVD. Olivia Saline Free, but it is sealed. This is what a little box said here. Oh, it is not sealed. Someone just slid the cellophane back on. I just realized. So I did spend a big $6 on it, but let's see. Let's hope this is our big $100 CD. All right, so let me add this to my cart. And we'll go from there. All right, let's go over to the cart there. No, I did buy it because I thought it was brand new. I just realized it wasn't. I don't know who takes off the cellophane and then slides it back on. I don't think I've ever seen that. And so they're selling it new for $17.24. There's one used, very good, for $5.83. So I'll probably sell it for like $15, and I paid $6. So not not the big ending I wanted, but as you can see, we only had a few. But I'm going to make good money.
Is it an Obi? No.
Yeah. So we've talked about this too. Good eye, Stace. This is so weird. I don't even know how they got this back on. I'm going to leave it on because maybe they never even opened it. Maybe somehow this got peeled off.
Oh, maybe.
Yeah, but this is the Obi right here. The little thing that goes around the spine. Bring it in there so you can see it. And it'll typically have the barcode in the back on the songs. That's the Obi. So that's what customers are going to ask if you have or not. So if you got it, mention it. If you got it, mention that too. I mean, excuse me, if you don't got it, mention that too. Because if you don't mention it, even though your pictures will show that you don't have it, you'll get questions. Trust me on that. You'll get questions that, do you have the Obi? That always happens. So let the customers know. So there, I was just using my brain power, looking at things that were weird, different. Couple losers, a few that'll break even or make me a couple bucks, and then ones that'll make me some good money. So overall, I did pretty good. And that's just, me using my talents that I've acquired over the last almost 19 years of selling CDs, but that is what I'm trying to impart on all of you, that it can be done, and there is tons of money to be made. I've been selling a lot of $30 CDs today that I picked up at this trip, and I got a ton more to list. I'm going to get all the Christmas ones listed this weekend, and then the non-Christmas will start getting listed next week. But there is so much, excuse me, burpee. There is so much good music out there to be flipped. And my good buddy Don lives in the San Jose area. I picked the store that's right around the corner from his house. He had just been there 3 days earlier. I thought there'd be no way there's good stuff. There was tons of good stuff. I gave him a little ribbon. I'm like, hey, I got some good stuff. He went 2 days later and found more good stuff. And I didn't miss this specific CD he showed as a sold. It either was misfiled or fresh stuff was put out. So constantly, especially if you live in or near a major city, the stuff is coming in and out constantly. So, if you live in a major city and you have a good record store near you, checking them a couple times a week is not a bad thing. Once you get into your groove and you're like, all right, I'm gonna hit this section, this section, this section, you'll always find new good stuff to flip. So if there's no questions at this point, I will say goodbye, but I'll give you a second if anyone's got any questions. And thank you for tuning in. I'm glad I didn't fall on my face and have 27 duds. But that's just part of it. You are going to bring home duds. I've scanned things that for whatever reason looked good in the store. By the time I got home, they were duds. But that's part of it. So this, above a lot of other things, you're going to bring home some duds from time to time. That's just part of the business. But don't sweat it. Listing CDs is pretty quick for the most part. Think about it. If you're selling jeans, if you're selling a coffee mug, if you're selling a dress, these are all things you have to put measurements in. People are going to ask you. No one asks you for a measurement of a CD. All right. No one. They're all the same shape. They're all the same weight, and they're super easy. So when you can cut out all this extra work you have to do for other listings, CDs become more and more attractive to sell because the time involved is so minuscule to getting them listed as opposed to, say, doing a suit, a men's suit. So Sandy said, would you check everything on Amazon first? Always. Always, always. That's what I teach you guys. Use the Amazon app. Now, you're going to get those you can't sell on Amazon. You're going to end up with things that won't sell for nearly as much on eBay. But the reason you use the Amazon app is their catalog, for the most part, is full and robust, meaning everything I scan is in there for the most part. eBay's is really lacking. So to use eBay's, So, if you scan a CD on eBay and maybe it doesn't come up, and you scan on Amazon and you see the cheapest one's a penny, and there's a ton of them at that price, you can skip it. Super duper easy. You might see one that shows up as expensive on Amazon, but not so nearly as expensive on eBay. But again, that's all part of it. You're going to have some ones that aren't just going to be total winners for you, but use the Amazon app to scan because that has the quickest, easiest results. eBay's database is getting better, but is still light years below Amazon's database. So I hope that makes sense, Sandy. All right. So if there's any other questions after the fact, yes, Amazon seller app, right? Yep. Feel free to pop them in the post down below, and I'll be happy to answer them. Thanks to those of you who were able to tune in live today. Now, get back to listing and sell, sell, sell. All right. I'll see you around the beach. Bye-bye.